Que onda, banda, continuamos con Vampyr y acabamos de derrotar a el hombre lobo o la bestia de las alcantarillas que estaba de este lado. Quedaron ahí una banda, ahora tenemos que ir a Whitechapel. Aquí seguramente vamos a encontrar resistencia, así que hay que irnos con cuidado. Un poco de sangre, bueno, que hay bastantes ratas de este lado, así que no hay pedo. Así que vamos a darle. A ver, aquí cae otra ratuca. Despicable, dice este güey, ¿no? Okay, hay que subir por acá. A ver qué hay acá. Tornilluco. Creo que eso tenemos que salir, ¿no? Proyectil escopeta. Aquí es donde liberamos al profesor. ¿Qué pedo? ¿Por qué no te vas, primo?
Are you sure you're all right, sir?
Yes. Yes, I'll be. As soon as I can see the sky again.
No, ya no hay más que decir. Va. Entonces, llégale, profesor. Vámonos. Y tenemos que ir a cambiar el XP. Que tenemos bastante. Ok, se está tardando un siglo como siempre este pedo. Vamos a ver. Ok, hacia acá 251 metros. Vale. Pero hacia arriba. Uy, ¿tú quién eres, profesor? He visto que es un maloso. Perfecto, pinche maloso, valió madres. Va que va. Espera un segundito. Y vámonos. A ver, profesor. Tenemos que subir. Llegar a Whitechapel.
Oi! You listening? It's an inch!
¿Cómo voy a llegar? Están estos güeyes aquí. Y son nivel 3, así que mejor vamos a correr. Corre, primo. Bien, Pembroke Hospital. Igual íbamos primero a cambiar los puntos. Y ya luego vemos que es Madruki. Con permiso. Sí, Simón, vamos a cambiar los puntos. Estaban rezando estos primos, un pedo así. A ver qué hay de nuevo aquí. Perfecto. Va. Vamos a entrar para descansar y asimilar los puntos. Ok, tácticas no. Autofagia. Defensivas, cuerpo. Fuerzas físicas, 15% más energía. Va. Perfecto. Pon un poquito más de energía. Sí necesito mucho más energía. Ok. Acá. Más salud. Allá no me alcanzó este pedo. Mordida. ¿Cuánto cuesta? 300, va. Y confirmamos este desmadre. Va. Entonces vamos a enfilar hacia Whitechapel. Creo que puedo por acá, ¿no? Perfecto, y no bajaron nada. Enter at your own risk. Ok, distrito. Vamos a ver si podemos encontrar algún refugio. ¿Dónde esto que queda? Advertencia. Ah, se escucha bastante maníaco por aquí. Ok. Ups. No, este güey es 18. Me pone en la madre. Pero vamos a continuar por acá. Y hay más banda. A ver si podemos usar un poco de sigilo. Aquí, ¿qué hay? ¿Qué es este pedo? ¿Un escondite? A huevo. ¿Ya lo habían encontrado antes? No. ¿Quién es esta ruca? Chingo de banda. Aguanta posición. Ups. Ah, sí, está más cabrón. Ups, aguanta. Esto es esperarme. Muere, perfecto. A ver, sácale sangre, primo. Bien. Adiós. Ups, estuvo más cabrón. Quedó temblando este güey. A la verga. Va. Ok, mejor algunos goodies. Ese güey se quedó ahí convulsionando. Pues vamos a investigar un poco por este lado. Nada. Ok, estamos a 86 metros. Ok, vamos. Llegar a Whitechapel. Chingo de banda ahí. Espero que no me vean. Voy a tener que desmadrarme esa banda. Perfecto. Muere. quién. Ups. Ese está más cabrón. Saca de la sangre, profesor. Ups. Ah, este güey se mata. Pero se la va a pellizcar. Muere. Se la super pellizca. Ok. Bueno, vamos bien. ¿Tengo que subir o cómo está el pedo? ¿Me puedo por acá? Supongo que ya llegué a Whitechapel.
Whitechapel.
No escondite.
This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Ok. Vamos a ver si encontramos el resguardo. Supongo que puede ser por acá. Con él. Y aquí ya no puedo usar mis poderes. Ahí está. ¿O no? No. Es este pedo, profesor. Ok. Metros hacia acá. ¡Huevos! Mataron a algún profesor. ¿Quién mató a quién? Es doña Ruca. ¿Qué hubo?
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reid, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reid.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Fellow healer, vamos a preguntarle.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Okay.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
Perfecto.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Ok, a ver. Pues no le sacamos mucha información. Acá.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Dice, medicina de Swanborough, medicina, ingredientes, ok, no. Ferro, muchos fortificantes, ok, vamos a comprar. Uno de cada uno. Sin que traigo varo. Opio, ¿me alcanza? Va. está echando un porro a la doña. Encontrar a Darius Petrescu. Ok. Ahí se ve.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
Ok. Ay, qué pedo.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Investiga las acciones de Darius. Sentidos vampíricos. Ok. Creo que salí de la zona. A ver, aquí me marca como que ya otra vez. Pues vamos a ver si es por acá, profesor. Ok, Loretta Swan, creo que sí, ya la había visto. Esa es a la que le compré el stuff. Puede ser que no. Que salí de la zona. No. Se escucha. Es por aquí, pero no. Ahí está un vato, Darius. Ahí está. Salió. Está viendo a la enfermera Dorothy Crane. ¿Qué pedo con eso, profesor?
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
Muy bien, nueva pista disponible de Darius Petrescu.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about
Encontrar
Darius.
habitantes en Whitechapel.
Nearby the
Richard
church they
Nithercott
just
y
mentioned.
encontrar Clayton Darby. Pues vamos a buscar a estos profesores. No, son que es por acá. No, por acá. ¿Tú quién eres, profesor?
Someday you'll understand.
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of a street. Not the best
eso
thing
fue el que
to
lo
do,
mató.
wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reid, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me.
I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
Vamos a ver. Sí, este sí.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just frayed me last nerve.
No hay pista.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick broke and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
Ok.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome you?
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
Ok.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. Now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
Va que va.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
Oh. Pero no tenemos pistas. Vámonos.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Ok, no te vamos a mesmerizar, profesor de cuates. Ya estamos cerca. Ok, supongo que tengo que subir. ¿Y qué pedo? No. No está esa madre. Vamos a ver si encontramos a esa banduki. Whitechapel Street. Ok, dice que es para acá.
I
Cerrado.
cannot enter.
Y no, no pasa otra cosa. Ahí también está cerrado, vale madres. Keep out. Ok. Aprendiz,
When did you join the guard? 2 days ago. This is my first patrol. Die, vermin!
se lo van a pelar a estos. Adiós, profesor. Bien. Ok, el rastro dice que es por acá. Viejo camino de Whitechapel. Ups. Es nivel 15 ese güey. Mejor me voy por acá. Entonces esta madre dice que es por acá. ¿O no? Chale, creo que llega al mismo lado. Ahora vamos a ver el... Ah, aquí está. Ah, ups, sí era por acá. Pero... a ver ahí. Va. pedo? ¿Se trabó? ¿Por qué se crashea el sistema? Voy a tener que cerrar esta madre y volver a entrar. Perdón. Sí está muy fallosa esta chingadera. A ver si no me borró el avance. Vale madres. Ok. Perfecto. What? Vamos a continuar. Listo. A ver dónde me dejó. Ok, me dejó cerca. Ok, va muy bien. 95 metros. Ah, pero no puedo pasar. A ver si le puedo dar la vuelta por acá. Whitechapel. No, aquí había estado. No. Pero sí tengo que rodear. A ver por acá. Sí, ¿dónde estaba el chavo este? El que se chingó. Ah, no. A ver acá. Ahí hay un profesor. Va, creo que voy bien. Clayton.
You pay one way or another. Please, Joe. How long have we known
Joe.
each other? We even used to... Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reid. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis.
No, tú no.
Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Ah, creo que vende madres. No.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Ahorita no necesitamos encontrar al tal Clayton. ¿Tú quién eres?
Excuse me, sir. Are you
Ahí estás,
familiar
papá.
with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me, since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reid.
Dr. Reid, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Así todos conocen a este güey. A ver, vamos a preguntarle cosas acá.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
Ok.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed.
Bueno, creo que la estoy
So much
cagando.
for the glorious British Empire.
Okay.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
Sí, Simón.
I must confess, some of my rational views have been shaken by recent events.
I'll remember to stay away from the district's roughest streets then.
Okay.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
Va que va, Clayton. Pista disponible.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Okay. Pero ¿dónde está la pista? No.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Okay.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Okay. Va que va.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Entonces voy a encontrar a Richard Nethercott. Ok. Atrás de la capilla, que es esa. No, es por aquí. Vamos por acá, profesor. Encontrar el buzón. Carta de Darius. Mis amados hijos, lamento mucho no haberles escrito estos últimos meses. La situación en Londres ha sido difícil. Se puede sonar egoísta y tonto cuando ustedes, hijos míos, son de un país consumido por la guerra. Bla, bla, bla. No volveré a Rumania, probablemente significa que no volveré a verlos antes. Ok, no estén tristes, bla, bla.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
Ok, pero vamos a encontrar al otro profesor primero. Está pinche Richard. Pero como paso para allá. Ah. Dijo camino de Whitechapel.
Over there! There's one of them.
Ok, creo que va a valer madres. Es resistente el motherfucker. Chupa la sangre por solo. Maldito motherfucker me ganó. Va. Me han vencido, sí, ya vi. Che, tiempos de carga infinitos, ¿qué pedo con eso? Ok, vamos a ver por ahí. Mejor me voy a ir de este lado. ¿Puedo entrar? Chale, profesor, está más cañón encontrar a este profe. Richard Nicolette. No, Nittercut. Acá. Ah, mira, esto sí está abierto. Ah, huevo. Yo no me expongo que me madreen los otros güeyes. Adiós, primo. Hijo de fuck. Ese chinga, la chinga. Bien. Mano, gracias por participar, profesores. Aquí había un profesor. Ah, se me hace que es el que estaba buscando. ¿No? No, es que están a 43 metros. Va. Seguro está aquí este profe, ¿no? Ahí está. ¿Qué onda, primo?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott.
Perfecto, primo.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
Okay.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
Ok.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
Bien.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
Pues sí, te lo aplico.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
Ok.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy, but the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Así es.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Ok. Sí, está medio psycho.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little
Morbid.
morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much, and that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Si está zafado, dice Camellia. Está disponible, tiene medio descubrir horas por ella. A ver.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
Ok.
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the arid hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Ok, ya me hartaste, profesor. Vámonos.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
Ok.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of it.
Ok.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu. Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Ok, ya tenemos alguna pista. Va.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Encontrar una manera de entrar a la casa de este primo. Va. Vamos a hablar con esta profesora.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reid. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
Ah, que es muda, ¿verdad?
Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia.
Nada.
I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it?
Ok.
Very
Bye.
well. Goodbye then.
Ya encontrará entrar a casa de Petresh. Vamos. Vamos a ver cómo entramos, profesor. Corre, corre, corre.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look.
A ver, primo.
Mr. Petresu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Se requiere nivel 2.
Sir,
Okay.
wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Perfecto. Casa de Darius Petrescu. Bien. ¿No puedo buscar aquí madres? No. Vamos a ver dónde está. Y listo. Encontrar el dispensario. Supongo que es este. Vientos. Encontrar a Dorothy Crane. Aquí no está, pero hay banda muy moribunda, ¿no? Igual me puedo alimentar estos culés. Ah, seguro está aquí arriba.
Control yourself. Calm. I need help.
Ok.
Here, nurse.
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches,
Tiene
and head
influenza.
pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and
Justamente lo que no
discomfort.
se debe dar,
Liquids
aspirina.
for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
Que es un síndrome de Reye.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
Dale.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor.
Maestro.
He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung.
Hemothorax.
Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor.
Sí, claro. Luego le damos un meropenema o algo así.
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much
Muérdele
blood.
la verga, profesor.
Are you alright, Doctor?
I can't see.
Ah, sí, se va a convertir en vampiro.
I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along?
No. ¿Qué pedo ahí? ¿Se tenía que haber salvado?
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Tómela.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
¿Y una mordidita o qué, profesor? ¿Nel? Va.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
¿Enfrentar a esta profesora? Ah, ok, va.
I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reid?
Your heart might be in the right place, but you can't carry on with this blackmail. For God's sake, Dorothy, it's extortion. It's a serious crime.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
A ver.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Ok, a ver.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
Ok.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
No. Claro que no.
No. Your place is here. Jailing you would be an even greater crime. So,
Here is my proposition. I'll look the other way on your little enterprise. In exchange, you will resign from the Pembroke Hospital and provide me with medical supplies when the need arises.
Dr. Reid! That sounds like a business proposition. My accomplice, then?
No, just a privileged client. My research may require the occasional rare piece of equipment or ingredient. I'll pay good coin in exchange, fair and honest, to help finance your noble endeavors.
Va que va.
We have ourselves a deal,
Perfecto.
Doctor. Good customers are always welcome.
Yes, Nurse Crane. We have a deal.
Perverso. Sale banda. Dice nivel de memorización. Ah, subí. Entrevista con el vampiro. Perfecto. La pista falló. Informa el asunto a Lady Ashburn. Sale banda, le vamos a dejar aquí por el día de hoy. Como siempre, agradezco sus suscripciones, pulgares arriba y nos vemos en el siguiente video. Hasta luego.